Hello and good afternoon. Welcome back to Save with Crypto, the YouTube channel that gives you daily doses of etymology, subnuclear physics, astronomy, and some cryptocurrency. I'm here with my friend Maff. How you doing, Maff?
Hello. Yeah, not bad, thanks. Yeah, glad to be here. It's been a while, actually. It always feels like it's been like aeons since the last time I was on each live stream, but I suppose only a few days ago. Um, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I can't remember when it was now, but it was back when Bitcoin was going up.
Oh, them were the days. Yeah, the
Them were
halcyon days.
the days. Yeah, indeed. Anyway, I thought I'd explain my thumbnail
Hmm.
for today's thingy. Obviously, the CME gap is something I've been banging on about all week, saying that we will come down here at some point, and I was kind of hoping it would be earlier on in the week, and it wasn't. It was last night. So the price came down there and closed that CME gap.
Yeah.
However,
Oh, are you screen sharing or intending to be?
what I thought I was,
I
what
think
did
I
I
think
say?
it's my screen that's on there at the moment.
Was it? Might have bloody known. It looked very similar, you know.
Bitcoin chart. Yeah, Quadzilla.
Yeah. Hang on a sec. Right.
Sure.
Got to say that all again now. It was going.
Yeah. Can everyone just leave the room and come back in again? Just yeah.
I did one yesterday, and my friend Mr. Delta, he actually sort of ended up sort of like WhatsApping me sort of on my phone, and it was going ding ding, and I was thinking like, just go away, I'm on stream, and I realised he was just pointing out the fact that I wasn't actually sharing my screen at all, and
Oops. Yeah.
yeah, I keep doing that anyway. But that was pretty bad. Anyway. Right, I'll say
Hmm.
that all again for those who weren't listening. Yeah, so you can see that now, can't you? Yeah. So this was the thumbnaily thing that I was showing for today's stream, and I've been talking about the CME gap that we left last weekend all week, saying you will probably come back down to fill that, and I was kind of hoping it would be like earlier on in the week, and it was actually last night. So not too bad, but yeah, it came down there, and we're currently at the bottom of it. However, New Year's Day, the CME was also closed, and that actually left a gap here as well. So I'm actually wondering if we should come down to there. So that's something I want to discuss. And yeah, that's about it, really.
Yeah. Okay.
Should we get on with it and do some, sort of real TA, or should we say hello
Well,
first?
yeah. Should do the hellos. Oh, by the way, just to mention that there's a leaf blower, like petrol powered leaf blower outside. So if you hear just kind of like grinding out there, it's not like the gears in my head or anything like that are out of skew. Yeah, it's that. He just like started up. I mean, he stopped. Now that I'm talking about it, he stopped. He's
Oh, he's
a
probably watching.
stealth leaf blower, I think. So
Yeah,
anyway,
if you missed a leaf blower, if you're watching the stream, then please say hello.
yeah, because to like sort of rum rum in time with the the TA jingle or something.
Okay. I just noticed Scott, he was going to mention Zcash actually.
Oh yeah, should we go through these.
Yeah,
So we got top of the morning Tia. That's my Irish accent. It's amazing, isn't it? Um,
to be sure.
uh, yeah, I didn't really know how to respond, so I did that. Wasn't that condensed milk? Old fashioned condensed milk? Or was I thinking of something else? Like the brand?
What, top of the morning?
No, Tip Top.
Tip top? Don't know.
What was I thinking of? Anyway,
Sounds like a 70s jazz mag actually, doesn't
very very kind of like a very gentleman's jazz man.
it?
Yeah, with the top hat and everything, and the
Yeah,
cane.
yeah. I
Excuse
thought
me, I'm going to my study to study.
it.
I shan't be disturbed. So yeah. Anyway, uh, oh yeah, Zcash just crashed 21% after the entire Zcash core dev team resigned all at once. That's interesting. Is that just like one of those weird, very improbable things where all of the atoms just jump sideways in one direction, or something like that, or was it actually coordinated? It was a protest resignation.
Were you just get some subnuclear physics in there?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just got to slip those in when I can, you know. So I quickly, I can't really say Googled anymore. I perplexited about that. So it said Electric Coin Company, ECC, the main developer of Zcash. Oh, the entire core development team at ECC has resigned after a governance clash with the bootstrap non-profit that oversees ECC and the broader Zcash ecosystem. Blah, blah, blah. So what actually happened, ECC's full Zcash team, including the CEO, walked out in a coordinated resignation, citing constructive discharge, which sounds vaguely kind of disgusting. But anyway, after changes imposed by the bootstrap board to their employment terms. So in other words, they got a raw deal on the employment side of things. They walked out, mass walk out, you know, you won't get me, I'm part of the union, blah, blah, that kind of thing. And Swinehart, the CEO, publicly named a majority block on the bootstrap board, often referred to as Zcam, which that's probably clever, I don't know, as having become misaligned with Zcash's mission. So impact on Zcash protocol, the blockchain and code base remain live. Few, I guess they can't really just like switch it off, can they? As they walk out, it wouldn't be very decentralized if they could do that. It's open source and not owned by ECC, of course. Yeah. Uncertainty is highest around the roadmap, which makes sense because like who's going to? So that's where the centralized or decentralized aspect comes in, doesn't it? So I'm surprised. So there's a company which kind of is like the caretaker for Zcash. Then it's not just like a decentralized bunch of very, very clever bozos who are looking after it and that sort of thing. So Zcash dropped roughly 10 to 17% on the news as the markets priced in the government and the execution risk on top of all that stuff. And obviously altcoin sentiment was already rather weak, so this certainly didn't help. For short-term day trading, it's a classic governance shock setup. Elevated volatility, big wide intraday ranges, headline risk from any follow-up statements by Bootstrap, the Zcash Foundation, or the departing team. The departed team, I would have thought, cause unless they're just walking out very slowly, still departing. Liquidity may thin out on smaller venues. What's a venue? What do they mean? Like the exchange? Oh yeah, I suppose the exchanges. So any exchanges where there's already probably quite thin liquidity, a thin order book, you're going to see a lot of slippage. So, and then if you want, the next step can be a focused intraday plan for trading Zcash around this news. But we don't need that. Just use Quadzilla.
Well, I was going to say, actually, I mean, really, honestly, you know, forget about all that. Just look at it here on the 4-hour time frame sort of thing. So, you know, from the 8th of December, you know, we'd had this bullish retracement level here, you know, not quite got it there the 18th of December, gone all the way up here to Friday the 2nd of January, started drawing in a bearish retracement, and then we just whipped up there on Tuesday just to sort of close that one. And then boom, we're coming down to this bullish one here. So that's what's going on.
Basically, yeah. It is weird how so it's obviously a news-driven event to make it capitulate that abruptly, and yet it is simply completing that market structure. Probably just a bit sooner than maybe expected.
Yeah, it'd be very impressive if it just goes down to there and then bounces back up, wouldn't it?
It will.
Well, it will do that,
I would stake my non-existent reputation on that.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Because I've basically got nothing to lose there, so it's fine. So yeah, nothing to lose, everything to gain. So yeah, that could sort of see it, because I think they must be already kind of seeing that after that shock, just like, okay, everything's fine, Zcash is still operating.
Your funds are safe.
Yeah, basically, yeah. If the core dev team, because they're not just going to let it all slide, are they?
I don't think so. No.
No, it's obviously just like a very kind of strong-armed negotiation tactic, I would say.
Well, just a massive throwing of the toys out the pram, really, isn't it?
Essentially, yeah, and throwing the baby out of the pram as well.
Yeah, and with the bathwater.
Yes, exactly. It's one big mess, essentially.
All wastewater.
Yeah, yeah, essentially. So, yeah, that's probably a good way to start. So thanks for that, Scotty. So we got Aussie, good day lads from Townsville, Australia. Hello, hello. Sorry, good day. Kaz, hi. Hello. And Scotty, hi Kaz. And hi Scotty saying hi Kaz. Does that work? I'm not sure.
I think Kaz only turns up when you're here, actually.
Oh, yeah. It's so I popped into a ZEC Zcash long a few minutes ago. See what happens. Ooh, yeah. I hope you checked Quadzilla for that one. Maybe on the, was it showing the lower time frames then? So, was that the 1 minute actually that you're on?
That's what
you're on the 4 hour.
No, I'm completely different there. Let's go back to there. That's 4 hour. What did you say?
Well, so on there, I guess it has got it. Is that super up or just a green background on?
Just a green background there. Look at the 12.
So Kaz was saying, as saw the super up signal.
Oh, I was on the 12 minute.
Ah, okay.
That was about 2 hours ago.
Yeah, it does look as if it's kind of leveled off a bit there. So maybe that has bottomed out.
Super up the 30 minute.
Yeah, I'd expect maybe a bit more of it, at least a wick down on there. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, wow, okay.
That's a 45. Obviously,
it's a tricky one, that 45.
It's a bit of a weird time frame.
Yeah, says quite a lot though, doesn't it? Looking at that, I mean, it's yeah, because the parallel, the retracement channels on that were kind of. Oh, and that one as well. What's that? Is that the 1 hour?
That is the 1 hour. I'm sure I was looking at it a minute ago and it hadn't done it.
Yeah, interesting.
Have I gone mad?
But yeah, on that one though, because you got the parallel channel, that upper one is kind of showing. Just trying to read that. Is it two? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, there are two overlapping, like vertically overlapping. So the higher one kind of shows.
Well, here.
To the left.
Yeah.
Left a bit. Left a bit. Left a bit.
Fire. No.
Too far. Sorry. Maybe when I take over the screen, I'll go back to that just very quickly. So yeah. Anyway, so Scotty is saying, "Good luck, Kaz. Hope it pans out for ya." And Kaz is saying, "Ta." It's quite good. You get all your conversations read out on stream. So just nothing's private around here. That's the thing.
Well, so, if you want a private conversation, probably don't do it in a chat on a YouTube live stream.
That's true. Yeah, well, there's a lesson learned.
You know, I keep telling my daughter about this. That like Thingy Bob said this about whatever. You know, it's none of her business. And well, why are you posting stuff on a public platform? You know.
Yeah, essentially. Just anyway. So okay, so what we got? So that was all the comments anyway. So far. So
okay, cool.
What should we talk about next?
Actually, I'm assuming the Zcash thing is actually looking quite interesting, actually. Isn't it?
Yeah, there's also the thing about the Trump tariffs, and because also there's the legal ruling tomorrow about that, and that's going to, I think, probably have quite some big impact, I would say, on the way things go. So that's probably something we can cover in a little bit.
Probably huge, actually.
Yeah.
So should we get on with the old thing?
Okay, let's do it.
Bitcoin price is predicted for you. Save with crypto and math. Bears and bulls will dance and move. Altcoins, shortcoins, stocks and forex too. Math and save will surf the wave. Bears and bulls will dance and
There you go. And I've smoothly
Right.
added your screen there.
That's pretty great, actually. Also caught me slightly off guard, so I was just gulping down some coffee. Actually, I'm going to do that because it's gone like lukewarm, and coffee does start to lose its taste, doesn't it, when it loses the heat? So, excuse me for a minute. So that was so slick, and then suddenly this,
I know. Right. So I was going to take the moment to sort of finish my cup of tea as well. And, I can't do that now. I'm just got it in the hand, staring at it as it cools down.
It starts to develop that kind of thick film on top, doesn't it? The rhymy sort of,
What, coffee? Oh, do you have milk?
No, tea. Well, yeah, I was going to say, what am I putting in my coffee? But yeah. Right, what are we doing? So, yeah. Bitcoin. So, on this, this is on the daily. So, this has the squiggly arrows that I drew in last time I was on stream, which I guess, what's today, Thursday? Yeah, so was it Monday? Yeah, it must have been Monday. That's why it feels like so long ago. Because it was quite a long time ago. So, what's today? Thursday, isn't it? Yeah. Right, yeah. So drew these in on Monday, and the idea was exactly that. that was the idea.
I turned my mic off. Why didn't that work? Hello.
I can hear you. We heard everything.
Switch doesn't work on the mic. That's annoying.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
Does mine work? I'm just going to switch mine up.
Well, obviously.
So I guess that worked. Oh, could you? I don't know. Yeah, that. I was saying, can you hear me? But then, obviously, if you couldn't hear me, then you wouldn't have heard me. So.
1, 2. Oh God.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Right.
Doesn't. Never knew that. Oh well. I've never turned it off before.
It's lucky you hadn't been like just relying on that, and it just wasn't working. So, oh yeah, the password is blah blah blah. So, yeah. So this, so squiggly arrows from Monday. So the idea was that the price would follow up. Also drew in that level just there. I don't know if that was purely based on the fact that there's kind of liquidity over on that bit, or if it's something else. But it certainly does line up with that liquidity, so it probably was just there. I think if I had drawn that in more like this, then that would have looked, well, to be honest, that would have looked so damn impressive. Because I would have said the price may come up into this level. This is more correct anyway. The price may come into this level and react and maybe bounce away before a retry of getting up through there again. So let's pretend I just drew that rectangle in, and then you can all congratulate me, pat me on the back, and so on. But obviously I didn't, so I just blew that opportunity. So the price did that, came back down. Oh wow, and so far it's just kind of touched that retracement level that I didn't even see there. It drew in So we might well, as the price has just come down below it, we might well see just kind of a bounce back up now. Get back to the brush. What do you reckon? From there, another retry into there. This time it might. I mean, obviously it might well reject again because it's rejected repeatedly from that zone all the way along here since that kind of the big drop. That has just been resistance like there, almost there, but there, and again now. So kind of at least, more or less, at least like three macro attempts, I suppose, to break through. What do you think of the odds? Like, do the odds decrease after maybe the third attempt? It's like, well, it's going to be now, or could it just like repeatedly attempt to break through? It's obviously like a big old order block, just packed full of like lurking sell orders, isn't it?
It's supposed to be, isn't it? I've always heard loads of analogies about people jumping up and down on ceilings and then eventually going through. But
yeah.
I've never actually. I've never tested that in real life, or even looked at. I don't know that. I do hear a lot of that. The third attempt is normally the one, isn't it?
Third time's the charm. Yeah.
Yeah. But,
yeah. I mean, as it turned out, it obviously kind of wasn't. So in which case we might potentially see a bit more of a drop down there because it's going to be a news-driven thing, isn't it? It's going to. I bet it ends up like rocketing or plummeting based on tomorrow's tariffs news event. I think because the odds of the judgment being against the tariffs, i.e., that they were unlawful, are pretty high, or rather, the odds of them being accepted as fine, lawful, it seems very low. So something like, I can't remember exactly, it's like 20, somewhere between 20 and 25%, I think, maybe 30, I can't remember, but low anyway. So obviously everyone's a lawyer now, in like Polymarket and so on. But so if it does work out that way, the judgment goes against the tariffs, then actually I'll come to that in a second, actually, because I had a few things to say about that. But yeah, so tomorrow, that I think is going to be probably the decider on whether that smashes through that big thick ceiling of resistance, and maybe just up to the next level, and because it's still got to break above 100k, isn't it? Yeah, whether it does that or if it just kind of drops, it could still. I think it'll still, like, even if it drops, it'll have another go, because it, having started this year fairly strong overall, because it started like there. It's mostly been up so far, isn't it, for this year? That was a strong start, the first week of January. So I think even if it kind of drops down, just trying to find where's there, okay, 62. We should go to the weekly for this. Yeah. What's that level? 77. At least to there, that area, I think. In fact, funnily enough, that retracement level 85, that seems like a fairly sort of realistic place for it to drop down to, just there. Could see that happening if it rejects again. And then like yet another yellow arrow, but yeah, just kind of down, maybe off there, but poink, and then up, and sort of smash its way through.
What year was it where the price went kind of mad from New Year's Day? Was it 2024? I think it was, wasn't it?
Is it? Should I have a look back? Go to maybe the 2-day or something, and then Oh, 21 went too far. Back.
I know it was 23, wasn't it? January 23.
Okay.
That's when it went nuts, wasn't it? So I'm just curious of what actually.
Well, there's January 23. Yeah. Okay. That was quite a big old pump, wasn't it? January pump.
It's phenomenal.
So that went until it, like, I mean, obviously it carried on up afterwards, but until it kind of got out of breath, had to pause. So where did January start? Just there, up to actually it's kind of there really. So it was a 46, say 46% pump over the course of January-ish, just over. But say 45% pump throughout all of January. Could we see the same thing happening this time? Can you remember why that was? What?
I can't know.
Just TA stuff, I guess.
I can't remember why it dumped actually so badly.
Yeah. So from January here now then, so if we did that again, up to so 45% is off the chart. Great, didn't plan that one out very well. There. So there. 45% would take us to wow, all-time high, at least to restore to it.
Yeah.
Does that seem realistic for January?
No.
No. but history always repeats itself.
Always.
It's the timeline is immutable, So yeah, that's obviously not going to happen. So, well, I say obviously not. Let's be certain about these things. So yeah, certainty is not a good thing, by the way, in stuff like this. So where was it then? Yeah, there. All right, I still reckon like 107, 108, thereabouts. So that would be kind of like a 20. Say, is it? Yeah, say a 25% pump, which would be a reasonably very, very good January, if that happened. So, and there's room, isn't there, for that to happen? It could well just kind of still bounce off whatever levels it needs to bounce off, and then just do a steep opposite of that kind of pump to the upside. And funny enough, that would then give us another Bart Simpson. We'd have kind of that. Exactly. Yeah. That should be our new jingle. I think it is. Might get a copyright strike, but so yeah, that's or even up to there. To just complete that retracement, because that in effect would, if it lets me bring that to that, just undo these. I was thinking that coming back to that retracement level about 110, and it being a bearish retracement level, would probably kind of mean that that would be a reasonable kind of relief rally, and that then kind of heading into the bear market proper. So there, and then whatever down to the depths. So oops, went a bit wobbly. Actually, what's that? That just confuses things drawing that in, doesn't it? Take that one out.
Oh, that's a shame. I was actually looking. The reason I was asking about that 2023 thing was I was thinking, well, obviously there was a CME gap from New Year's Day then, wasn't there? And I was wondering how long it took to fill, and it was about 2 days. so that's.
Yeah.
I was going to come up with some amazing sort of information now and saying, oh, it took 3 years to complete, and no, it didn't. It took about 2 days. But
Oh, yeah.
so ignore that.
Righty-ho. Yeah. So I just get rid of these one in there. It is annoying when that happens, isn't it? So I think this is going to be just profound.
Yeah, it's going to,
Oh, back up. Yeah.
Everyone's going to subscribe and like the live stream. Actually, that's a good idea. Can you sure you do like the live stream?
So yeah. Oh, and also we've currently got 19 people watching, which is rather nice. So 10 people, 10 people on YouTube, and I guess that must mean 19 on X. Sorry, 9 on X, which is rather nice. So hi to everyone. So today the live stream on X is going to my X account. So if you're there, please do follow. Please, sounds a bit desperate, but please do follow. I'd appreciate that, and like and comment, etc. Much appreciated, and yay, good things. So what else? Oh, we're going to cover Zcash, weren't we? I know we covered it a bit earlier, but just in terms of kind of, is it on the wrong thing? Crypto, ZEC, which do you reckon is a good one? Just, perpetuals.
Yeah, I just tend to look at I tend to look at Bybit for those sort of things actually, but I suppose Binance usually has the oldest data, doesn't it?
I guess so. Yeah. I suppose overall to just get. I mean that's mad, isn't it? I was going to say to get an overall picture of it. Still on the 2-day. Looking at this, I mean that's just a big fat downward candle, isn't it? Just and uncannily, there's a Quadzilla retracement level. Excuse me, right there. Is that actually visible on the chart? It's quite dim. So I'm zooming in so much, but it's kind of just there. Shall I?
I can see it. I can't quite see your numbers though.
Okay, it's at
394. Oh, sorry.
367.32, the retracement level. Price is currently up there at 395. So 395 down to 367. Obviously, it has started to recover just there, so maybe it won't touch down and hit that. It virtually bounced off or just above the 55 EMA, which itself is quite notable, I think. If I drop to maybe go to the 4 hour on that, and all right, this is where it gets rather interesting, because we've got another retracement level there, 368, and another one there, 359. So just to recap a bit of what I was talking about in previous live streams, that these retracement levels kind of mark out particular sort of price magnets where there's been some kind of divergence just between the price trend and the momentum, and it kind of marks those out as specific places where the price just wants to return to. So whether it's just kind of passive buyers or sellers with open orders at particular levels, like thingy orders, and versus the kind of more active, aggressive sort of market orders that get placed, and but in either case, the price wants to kind of come down to this level. There's a retracement level there, So the price also wants to come up to there eventually. And there's this quite venerable older retracement level there, bearish retracement level, suggesting the price will want to come up to there and then drop back down. So similarly, the bullish retracement level here, meaning the price wants to drop to that and then bounce up. And then with the parallel channels, it then kind of marks out the sort of fair value zone between the two, so that so you get kind of the homeostasis where the price is being pulled that way, price being pulled that way. If it's in perfect balance, then it'll just oscillate and then just kind of land at this kind of 50% level between the two, and it's kind of what you end up seeing. So like here, kind of above, and then drops below a bit, and then it's like a sort of, you know, dampening wave, I guess, where, you know, it's like a long way below, long way above, and then a bit above, a bit below, and then down to it. Then eventually it's down, out of balance at that point. But again, this retracement level there, it just kind of splattered straight down through that one. So when the price comes up, you might well see it just kind of do something at that level again. It might bounce off it again and then come down to here. So in other words, brush. So that level there, so the price might come up and hit it down to that level, the green level, maybe down to the red, before heading up to sort of, you know, and then do something, then up to hit that level there, then down. And of course that level there as well, it'll play with that in some way as the price moves back to there. So in any case, it does seem like recovery time, doesn't it? Couldn't really see the price plummeting much further than that, because the market has reacted now, I'd say. So yeah, just whatever kind of goes from there, unless Bitcoin utterly just does bad things tomorrow, then this would sort of steadily recover, I think. I mean, if Bitcoin does do bad things tomorrow, then this will probably follow. But yeah, what do you think?
I was just looking at the like the, don't know, just a few stats on Zcash, because I don't really know much about it really, but it's the same. It's the same code as Bitcoin or something, isn't it? Or something like that. I believe. Anyway, yeah, fully diluted value, 8.2 billion. So it's quite big. So I can't see it disappearing overnight. Can you? So,
No, it's a big old project, and it's on multiple exchanges, and institutions seem to like it because it has all this sort of privacy backdoors built in, so that transactions are private for all of us. You know, we can't see what someone else has bought in the grocery store with their Zcash kind of device or whatever. You know, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? But anyway, but whereas governments and the like law enforcement officials can obviously just go and have a look. They've got the keys, the master key, to just go in and peek and see exactly what everyone's been buying and selling and so on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if you want true privacy, go with Monero, or Pirate Chain, which nobody uses, unfortunately. It's a real shame. But yeah. So the thing with Pirate Chain is that even though its liquidity is probably just like virtually non-existent these days, it uses it bases its confirmation, like if the different blocks and so on Bitcoin. So it kind of like peaks at whatever Bitcoin is doing and just kind of piggybacks that in a very, very clever way. So it, in a sense, it's you'd never be able to do like a 50% or 51% attack on Pirate Chain because because it's leveraging the Bitcoin validators as it goes. So quite clever. Damn shame that no one uses it, but you know.
Yeah, it's not the one with the ticker is like R or something.
Yeah, yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Quite good. Yeah, the other thing about that is I've got a friend in France, and he's like Mr. Conspiracy. He's like, you know, one of those people. So he's like massively into pirate coin, and
Yeah, yeah.
he's been buying it for years, and he probably still is, to be honest. And I tend to take most things he says with a pinch of something, and you know. However, back in 20. No, hang on. I don't know how old was it now. Yeah, 2010. He was playing drums with my band, and we were off to Denmark, and from the French Alps, and we were having a chat on the way to Denmark, and he said, "Oh, you've got to look at Bitcoin. It's going to be really interesting, you know." And he'd actually bought 3 Bitcoin at the price of I think it was about $200 each, I think, and.
Yeah.
And I was saying, no, I don't really understand it. You know, I don't understand. I didn't understand it at all. And I kind of just dismissed what he said as being, oh, that's just him talking out his bottom again, you know. Sort of, and God, I wish I hadn't ignored him. But anyway, so yeah, so the fact that he's on about pirate coin all the time made me think, you know, is he onto something this time?
Yeah.
Maybe not, because I'm going to use it. I'm going to use.
It's the thing. I mean, in one sense, the marketing, or the name choice and all the sort of imagery around it was a masterstroke, but also kind of dumb, you know, because I mean it's very, very distinctive and very bold with its statement, but who's going to you know, I mean, it's kind of like guaranteeing that it's never going to see mainstream adoption. Maybe that's the point. I don't know. But for something like that, it kind of needs mainstream adoption to really be useful, I think, rather than just a coin that you buy and hope that it goes up a bit one day, you know.
Yeah. Well, I always wonder when, you know, people, you know, they launch a meme coin, they call it useless, you know, and like, you know, what are they actually thinking now? Are they just trying to prove a point, or you know, you're never going to get like some like ETF saying, okay, we're going to invest 1% of your fund into a coin called useless. You know, it's just
true.
It's never going to happen, is it? You know, so you know, if you call it something like, you know, Zcash or Monero, you think, oh, okay, that sounds serious. You know, I don't know, but I suppose,
it's true. Yeah,
I suppose it all came back with Doge, didn't it? You know, and been a bit of a, you know, a bit of a joke in the first place. But you know, because like Doge didn't have a white paper; it has like a woof paper. I know, that wasn't Doge, was it? That was Shiba Inu. Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah, it had a woof paper rather than a white paper, you know, and that sort of stuff. But there again, Shib's disappeared, hasn't it, altogether? So.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't really hear about it these days. I mean, it had utility though, kind of unlike Doge, really. I mean, at least Doge has its own blockchain, which kind of gives it you know, a bit more gravity than than most meme coins. So it's a bit more than a meme coin in that sense. But yeah, just not really kind of. I mean, you know, it's not like yet another meme coin that's just worked its way through pump.fun, and, you know. But yeah, just looking at the chat, there's WJMM. Good afternoon. How low is Bitcoin going to drop? A lot depends on what happens tomorrow. So, rip the band-aid off. Close the CME gap. Is it closed?
Like I was saying, the one from the weekend is closed, but there's that one from New Year's Day, which is a little bit problematic because that's down at hang on. Hang on a sec. It was at what the hell am I looking at? 88. 88, 150, that sort of area. So,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
possibly, you know, I think it's quite feasible. I mean, that's just another 2% down about. So
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that happening. I mean, because I was going to say it's going to be dependent on so to say 88ish.
yeah, about 88.1, that sort of thing. That's what the
Yeah.
CME is. Obviously, yeah. Whatever
I
exchange
mean,
you look at, it's going to be
yeah.
slightly different.
Yeah. I mean that retracement level there, which had already played out, but that's at 87.4. So I could see the price dropping down to there, especially given just the nature of that particular kind of part of the price just there, because it's there's obviously support there that's built up, and so yeah, it's just kind of like whether it drops to there before its continuation of the relief rally that we're all kind of still hoping for, I guess, or if it just does that after relief rallies up to wherever it's going to go and then comes down and fills the gap. So it would be quite nice if it did that first, and I could kind of see it as well, especially as we're getting that new sort of pyramid structure building. It kind of wants to complete, isn't it? If it comes all the way down to there and up, at worst, if it comes down to that, 88. Okay, it was 88. You said, wasn't it?
Pretty much, yeah,
Yeah,
88.1, but 88 probably on a. It depends what exchange you look at and what pair, obviously. But
yeah, for sure. But that would work, because that retracement level is at 88
there you
on the
go.
4 hour. So boink boink, could see it and heading on up, and that would even still allow for a higher low on the way up. So probably go from there really, but even just these slightly dubious trend lines to draw in. But actually, no, that wouldn't. Forget the trend line. that's terrible. It would at least give us like there, then there, and then there, that sort of thing. So should I draw those in? I think. Can I take the? How do I take the arrow off the of these? The arrowhead.
What? Just highlight it and press, that key that's up in the top right-hand corner of your thingy. Sorry, you're
Or double click it.
yeah. Well, you're a Linux boy, aren't you?
There you go. So that should do it. Come on. So yeah. So essentially that. For flip's sake. That one, then that one, and then maybe that one, something like that. Could see that working. I'm sure there was some other point I was going to make about that, but I think that was probably the thing. So if that happens, that would essentially give us kind of a stable base from which to kind of spring up. So, and if that did happen, it would probably be Friday. That's tomorrow, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So many things that need to fall into place, though, because okay, so did that. So tomorrow, if the Trump tariff judgment thing goes in the tariff's favour, then it's going to be that. If they don't, it's just going to plop on through like through a wet paper bag, I think, and straight on down. So which would be a shame. but I mean, even if it does, it's still down to like 8. Well, it's going to come down a lot more than that, isn't it? To kind of there, I would think, because that's got should draw in a box for that one. It's got that liquidity there, it's got that, and so on. So something like that. I don't know. So it'll be down to 77-ish, 75, maybe drop to 74. And if it doesn't hold there, then probably down to this retracement level, 62.8. So, that's interesting. The halfway point, the fair value zone on that retracement channel was exactly where the price dipped down to just there. So,
Right.
funny. Homeostasis is the new word in trading.
Okay.
And you have to say it quite carefully as well. So, yeah, that's. So, oh yeah, sorry, I was going through the comments. So should do that. KB, afternoon, and I guess that's in reply to KB, isn't it? So, top of the morning to you. It was a House of Pain rap song, and okay, and Tip Top was Scream. Yeah, lol. I'm sorry, I can't parse that at all. I have no idea. It's really trying to glean understanding from that. But I think it's on an entirely other level. Tip Top was Scream. Does that mean Tip Top was? So Tip Top was. Okay. Tip Top was a House of Pain rap song, and it was Scream, which means that it's good, presumably.
Right.
Sorry, I've just.
We're not really down with the kids, are we? Really?
No, exactly. It's like just like settle down, Grandad. Just smoke your pipe. Put your slippers back on, for God's sake. Tip Top is bread. Here in our big giant kangaroo. So that's interesting.
Oh, okay. Right. I'll just go down the shop, get a loaf of Tip Top.
Tip Top. What? Why?
I always believed as well in Australia a Jiffy was a make of condom. So
a Jiffy. Pop it in your Jiffy bag and post it.
Back in a Jiffy,
Back in a Jiffy.
Bit presumptuous.
Yeah, exactly.
But I might be wrong about that.
Oh, it's just the marketing for it. You could just see it really in it. In a bit of a hurry, pop on a Jiffy and be there in a Jiffy.
I was like the bread you get in Spain, Bimbo. Just gotta go down the shop and get a Bimbo.
Bimbos are on offer today. I could say something about Zcash and who's allegedly behind it, but it might get you a strike or banned if you know. I don't. Well, maybe I do.
If it's just a comment and we don't say the bad words, then it should be all right.
Is it like a line from Friends, like "So Ross," or something else? Probably pop it in the Discord. It could be quite interesting. Your theory behind that one. Zcash is Z crashed. Oh, I like that. I wish I'd used that line earlier. But still in my STX shorts, can I get your opinions if you think it may drop lower, please? Yes, we'll come to that. But first, ye big shout, Quadzilla. Oh God, there's a lot more comments. Wow. Ooh, Scotty, I want the Zcash. God, I'm intrigued. Or DWC, that isn't true. I do like lots when you're both. Oh, is this another private conversation?
No, it's because I said that Kaz only comes when you're here. I didn't actually. Sorry. I exaggerated there. It's just yesterday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, so a singularity is a pattern.
Yeah. I was just trying to encourage you to sort of, feel that we really like your presence here, which we do.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate that. I'm blushing now. Always is it true? So I guess that was that. Kaz, are you on X? I'll send you the post. Okay. This is getting fancy.
It was X, not OnlyFans.
Yeah. I'm not Scotty. As they kicked me out, I wasn't posting or liking, and don't let you just lurk.
Oh, was that X?
I've no idea. I kind of lost the thread now.
Yeah, me too. So,
Yeah, really, Kaz, I didn't know they did that. If Trump is ordered, yeah. Oh yeah, I was going to go through that. So if Trump is ordered to pay back the tariffs, shouldn't that be bullish for crypto since the price originally crashed due to tariffs? Well, it's one of those things, isn't it? Just any news seems to make Bitcoin crash. So tariffs in place. Tariffs in place. I think that should have been bullish for Bitcoin, really, because it's just like more money entering the system. So it's inflation, isn't it? When money comes in, when there's just a lot more money entering the kind of, if it's liquid money entering the US essentially, so that would inflate the dollar, I would have thought.
I never quite understood it though, really, because like you've got a country who buys predominantly Chinese goods, so you're going to say the country's going to be better off because we're going to charge China the tariffs, but they're going to just put the price of their stuff up. So,
Yeah.
In the end, the US just pay for the tariffs, so they're just giving more money to the government, really, aren't they?
Yeah.
I might have oversimplified that.
Yeah. I don't know. So since the price originally, yeah. So Foghorn nose blow. Can you do that on demand? Just out of curiosity.
Well, it's only blow me nose, and I could do it any time you like. But I was trying to do it with the microphone turned off, but I didn't realise the switch on my mic doesn't work.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I mean, we could incorporate it into the TA jingle or something. So,
I'm kind of hoping I'll be over it soon. The cold, it's getting better.
Yeah. Hope so. So SaveWithCrypto is also dumping the market under our noses. I think that's probably true. I back up that accusation.
I did actually close a short actually about an hour ago, so it wasn't me.
Yeah. So crypto crashes with the threat of tariffs, and then crashes exactly that. Yeah. It is the way of crypto. So I personally stay well clear of Zcash. Yeah, I haven't got any Zcash. Just can't see the point of it. To be honest, it's just saying it's institutionalized. It's overbearing, overwatching powers that be kind of version of privacy. It's privacy in inverted commas, basically. Better write that in. Oh yeah. Lost the thread a bit there, but I think we're on the 1 hour, aren't we? So I think Instagram just was anybody actually watching on Instagram?
Doubt it.
Oh.
I can redo it.
Is there any point? Is anyone there?
I will, for the sake of it. Just while you're doing that.
Sure. Okay. $133 billion worth of tariffs on paper. Yeah. That wouldn't be a good thing, would it? If mind you, if that was ordered to be paid back, that instantly creates a bit of a hole in the US economy, doesn't it? Because they've either already spent a bunch of that, or they've got it earmarked. They they want to kind of increase military spending by another $500 billion, I think, or some weird crazy number. So they've tasted the money, haven't they? So I would think they would, if they absolutely have to pay that back, they might put it off for another however many years until past the midterms at least, until the next administration. Kick the can down the road, as it were, or they might just print and kind of make up the difference. we need a bullish Marge Simpson God candle. Yeah, that'd be kind of nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, today are we getting a Bart or are we getting a Marge? So, great Zcash entry, but I have no Z dry powder left. Yeah, I bought years ago, rode all the way up, then all the way down again. FFS, friendly fish sandwich. It's translation of that. So, yeah, I did exactly the same thing. It was the Jeff Berwick pump and probable dump. Can't really blame on that, but you know, probably was him. I was pretty much just into crypto at that point and didn't really recognise just a blow off top. Essentially, when I saw one, and that's exactly what it was, wasn't it? It's just like, oh my god, this thing is going to the moon and beyond. Hold on to your hats, yeah. And then it just like crashed. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. I'll try and recognise that pattern when it happens in the future, you know. But yeah, ended up down in it. I don't think I was in a loss. I've still got the pirate chain coins in a wallet. The wallet itself might be, beyond redemption now if they've, because I remember them saying like you have to update your wallet or you'll lose your coins. So it's probably gone permanently, but it's permanent loss. But
was that back
they're probably worth about 50p anyway.
Was that back in 21? Was it?
Yeah, I think.
Jesus Christ, I didn't realise how much it went up. It went up 4,700%.
Yeah. I didn't hold the coins at that level of profit at all, but I think mine was probably more like 100% or something. No, it was more than that, because it was like, I'm sure it's like a sort of like a 20x that I saw on what I put into it, but I wanted more and I held on and then just watched in dismay as it just all came crashing back down again, and then it never really quite recovered, I think, from that.
Well, there was some good good red backgrounds on the Quadzilla weekly then.
Okay, yeah. So just radically overbought, essentially.
Yeah.
And momentum starting to turn down. So, yeah, if we'd had Quadzilla back then might have survived that one.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That said, you might have come out a bit early, actually, to be honest, if you'd been looking for just like, so I'm just looking on a daily time frame.
Should bring it up here?
Yeah.
Less of a radio show. Let's see. Gosh, is it really on these places? Is it? Let's go there. Pirate chain.
I suppose with this sort of thing is that, you know, if you actually do, if you do see a proper God candle, that is a proper God candle, isn't it?
Yeah. If you I remember it hitting $16. Yeah.
Right.
Sorry.
If you do see something like that, then you really need to be. What should you be looking out for if you got Quadzilla? You should be looking out for like red backgrounds, just basically the convergence band going up.
Yeah.
Isn't it really?
Essentially, yeah. So I suppose, I mean, on the weekly that would have obviously been a little bit late, because I do remember that happening very, very quickly. It's in the space of a few hours, if I remember that it was that for good 1 hour. And that's, where's it put us?
I wonder if my mate managed to sort of make a bet with that. Probably not, because he's an estate agent in the Alps now, so obviously he didn't retire on his pirate coin, did he? But
Yes.
he does seem to sell nice chalets in Leaders Up. So, I don't know.
24. Actually, I can't be bothered to scroll all the way back. Yeah. But it was a... Oops. Let's go back to maybe on the... if we switch to the daily and have a look. So that was not the one. It was all the way back $16. Woof, yeah. Kind of low order volume. Not on this one, I'd say. Probably a good one to trade still. I mean, if it's tradable, then probably like Trade Ogre. I'm sure still has it. Yeah, so up 16. So on the daily, that just like within a single day, it's just like whoop and back down. Yeah, just never hits those heady heights again, and I doubt it ever will now, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it's become more of a stable coin these days. So probably need to wrap it up fairly soon. I was going to talk briefly about the the tariff stuff. Let me just see if I can bring up the thing. So yeah, essentially then, so we're talking like Supreme Court tariff ruling, market impact analysis. Yeah, that's straight from Perplexity AI. Market impact analysis for Bitcoin, gold, silver, and equities. So US Supreme Court is expected to rule tomorrow at approximately 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the legality of the sweeping tariff program. And so expect volatility across kind of all of the asset classes, really. So with a case, so VOS Selections Inc. v. Trump. So what's V? Is that like? Was there actually a company suing VOS Selections Inc.?
I have no idea.
So
like volunteers overseas.
Yeah.
So
So basically, so it's an International Emergency Economic Powers Act, or IEEPA, that authorised the president to impose the tariffs. So yeah, you got went through a bit of due process there. Since April the 2nd, Liberation Day, the tariffs have generated between 133 and $150 billion in revenue, while imposing duties ranging from 10 to 50%, blah, 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 we know all that. So there are scenarios. So scenario one would be that the tariffs would get struck down. That's the base case, and probability is around between 70 and 77%. And so move the microphone so I'm not just hiding behind it. Maybe we should just make the font bigger. There you go. You can't see this, but so I'm not leaning forward to read it.
Still showing your chart.
Oh yeah. I'm just reading from the
Sorry.
AI output, but pretending that I'm smart and that I know all this. So so a ruling against the tariffs would validate market consensus but unleash complex ripple effects beyond simple risk on. You can tell this is by an AI. It's all like kind of the passive voice and generalities. Unleash complex ripple effects beyond simple risk on flows. Disinflationary supply shock from tariff removal. Could boost S&P 500 earnings by 2.4% this year. That's according to Wells Fargo. Importers facing potential $200 billion in refunds, like facing them, like as if that's a bad thing for them. Oh no, we're getting refunds. They would see immediate balance sheet improvements, of course. So like retail, consumer goods, electronics. So nice to know. You know, they would get fat from having all that money shoved back at them, right back at you. So Bitcoin. So the crypto market's reaction presents a paradox. no, shit. So while conventional wisdom suggests Bitcoin benefits from risk-on sentiment, 3 factors complicate this narrative. Oh God, 3 of them. So the priced-in dynamic. So is this already priced in? In which case, might we just see not much of an effect? Well, I suppose, I mean, the price has been plummeting, isn't it? Because, well, since November. So that's a possibility. Whether that was mainly just tax loss harvesting, or if it's actually the pricing in this, the expectation of it, remains to be seen. So the second of 3 factors is Bitcoin's evolution into an institutional asset. So but kind of means that it's now more correlated with risk-on assets during stress periods. So not really want it to behave more like gold. So, and in that sense, just always go up. So, and then third, the Trump administration's prepared alternative legal mechanisms. So that's interesting. So practical tariff levels could remain largely unchanged within the next few months, even if they're ruled against. So in other words, they found loopholes. So that, I think that third thing is what's going to happen, isn't it? So the US Supreme Court will rule against them. They'll say, oh, fine, whatever, we've got, we'll just do it this way instead and just carry on. No, nothing changes. And that would, if markets recognise that tariffs will simply return through different statutory authorities, the initial rally could prove fleeting. But there would be a relief rally, I think. So I think that's what it's saying. So yeah, there's going to be volatility, is what it boils down to. So the Supreme Court rules against them, the price plummets tomorrow, but then Trump and his administration say it's okay. We're just going to do it this other way. We've got tax loopholes, etc., etc. And then we see a massive price reversal and a big old relief rally up to 107, 108k maybe. But it means that it'll just take a little bit longer. So we might see a price drop to like 70-ish, into the 70s, and then a big recovery.
Right.
That's kind of what I'd expect. So, yeah, such a lot depends. Gold and silver, gold's response to tariff invalidation would likely be counterintuitive in the near term, because it's the primary safe haven asset, but it would face headwinds from reduced geopolitical uncertainty and a weaker dollar. Blah, blah, goes into a whole bunch of stuff. So, yeah. Did you know there's a World Gold Council?
I did not.
No, interesting. Do they just what do they do? I wonder. Do they just kind of have cocktail parties and just rule on gold while sipping their martinis and things?
Yeah, summer fights, that kind of thing.
Yeah, bring and buy sale. Bring in some nice iced cakes. And, I don't know. Yeah. So, but they make notes. Apparently, so the World Gold Council notes that tariff developments impact physical market flows and regional premiums more than spot prices. Okay. So. Okay. So in other words, gold still moves around. I guess it still gets bought and sold, but it doesn't really impact the price. I think that's kind of what they're saying. So, like, regardless of what happens with tariffs. So, yeah, silver amplifies gold's moves with greater force because due to its dual nature as both a precious metal and an industrial commodity. Yeah, so has its uses. So the then the equity markets. So the S&P 500, having rallied 39% from April of last year, from the Liberation Day lows, basically, it's obviously trading now near record highs, kind of overpriced. So a tariff ruling against Trump would remove a tail risk. What's a tail risk? But also removes a potential. Oh, I see. Okay, so is that actually saying that if they rule against Trump, then the stock market would go up, or less likely to go down if Trump is ruled against? I think that's what it's saying. But also removes a potential catalyst as the outcome is largely anticipated. Yeah, I think a lot of it is priced in, isn't it? There's just going to be like a reaction move, but it'll be short-lived, if anything. It's kind of what it boils down to. And then it's just business as usual after that, I would think. The worst thing about it is going to be bad optics, I think, for the Trump administration. It's going to be like egg on the face, but ultimately, I think after all of that, it is just going to be like carry on as usual. They'll have their alternative means of enforcing the tariffs. They just won't call them tariffs. So, and the payback thing, well, they can just print if they want to. Because as I was saying, they've tasted the money now. They're not going to want to sort of kiss that goodbye, because they want to increase spending on the military and so on. And, nab a few more oil tankers. Yeah, that's it really.
Cool.
Yay.
All right. Scotty was saying his R was seized by the RCMP. I had a quick Google of what that is. It's not the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, is it?
Oh, yeah. Thought it was going to be a Ren and Stimpy episode or something. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, carry on.
That was it, really.
Oh, all right.
I didn't know.
So what is the RCMP, and was it seized?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
Donald Dump. True.
oh, Scotty said yes, it is. Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Why did they seize your? Have I missed a joke there or something? I don't know.
Not sure. Like, I was seized by the
I'm
RCMP.
feeling very stupid now.
Oh, well, there was a whole like crypto trucker thing. Was it to do with that? Was it just to do with Canada being a bit of a stealth kind of stealth despotic state, I think, and that they do that sort of thing. Sorry, it's mumbling as I'm reading the comments. SWC is right. We'll close the CME gap. Sorry, what? Sorry.
No, I just saying, hooray! I was right.
Oh, okay. Okay. So SWC is right. We'll close the CME gap at 88k, then sideways until Monday. Yeah. Trump will have made another, no doubt. Well, the markets are closed. Well, but we need that country. So we need to invade that country in case some other country invades us. Makes perfect sense. So, Doggos. Apparently Doggos is launching in 2026. Brings gaming, DeFi, etc. Ooh, on the Doge blockchain. That is interesting. Utility for Doge. That's rather nice. Positive, I'd say. No! Trader shut down. Damn. Gutted.
Never even heard of it. What was it?
It was a very kind of dodgy trading exchange. I don't think they offered leverage trading at all. It was all purely spot.
Okay.
but you could just kind of move coins to it, swap for other coins, move coins off of it. I hope I didn't actually leave any coins on it. Now I think about it. I've forgotten about them if that was the case. So, we've got breaking news. Trump demands. Yeah. There's always money. Yeah, so I think regardless of what happens with the tariffs, they're just going to print if they need to, because they've tasted the money. And they want, in their minds, they've already spent it, I think. So, and their budgets. So, promote buying gold. The World Gold Council. Okay. This is kind of the World Gold Marketing Bureau, I guess. Is Paxtree a better place to park? Gains. As long as the price keeps going up, then yeah. Let's see. That. I mean, what about platinum? Let's go to all for this. Maybe under platypus. So platinum. I guess that. Ooh, okay. Double topped. Yeah, platinum went on a serious rip-roaring tear upwards, didn't it? Just for a shiny metal, it was a dark horse. So I think because it obviously, kind of like silver, it has uses, but in probably on a much bigger scale as well. And there have been shortages of platinum as well due to geopolitical things. So
dark horse indeed. There seems to be equine flavour to things today with them mounted police and everything.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, we shouldn't bring in the Four Riders of the Apocalypse or anything like that.
No.
While we're at it. So, yeah. Anyway, that's now on its way down. So, still looking strong despite that. As long as it kind of can recover before it gets down to that level, I think, then it'll carry on upwards anyway. But goldy. Oops, I should have got it over here. Easier. Gold. It's just that the thing that's always going to keep on going up, isn't it?
I know.
Even when it comes down, just don't worry about it. It's going to come back up. And there's a big gap there. On that bit. So yeah, and then it is just like. So if it comes down, do you wait a bit with your USDT before buying in the hope that the USDT doesn't devalue too much while you're waiting, so and end up with half the value in the couple of weeks while you're waiting for the price to versus maybe a 10% sort of gain, if that makes sense. So tricky one, yeah. Do you wait for that to there and then buy, or just buy in and ride the waves? So I think I'm going to need to finish. I've run out of time.
No worries. Yeah, I need to go and get the daughter anyway.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So TradeOgo is a non-KYC spot trade exchange. I quite like TradeOgo. I thought the fees were a bit high, but it's good. You could buy stuff there that you couldn't really anywhere else. So, got a joke for you. What's my favourite sweets to eat? What's your news? M&M's. I don't get it. What's the MM?
I don't know.
Sorry, Scotty. I've destroyed your joke there. because I utterly don't understand. Just kidding, love you, Mav. I like humour, but I utterly just didn't get it. I might need an explanation, but I feel a bit dumb now. So I'm hoping you might be typing. So were we talking about EMM before? European money?
I don't think so.
I don't know. That's totally thrown me, because what is EMM? Should I just Emma Stone, Emma Thompson, Emma Watson. The Smart Menstrual Solution, EMM. It's probably that.
Yeah, definitely. Probably the one.
Yeah. Emma Norris, singer-songwriter. Why is everybody orthodox? I don't know. Anyway, enforcement management model.
Don't know.
No, honestly, just every mind matters at the NHS, and on and on. So okay. Anyway, I'm done. I should probably have quit while I was ahead.
Okay, no worries.
Oh, okay. Oh, when you pause, you. Okay, yeah, I do actually. I was actually looking for software that, at least for my recorded videos, it would just kind of automatically cut out the filler words, the ums and the ers and so on. So there is software that does that. So I'm also using some software that automatically just cuts out the pauses, which is really useful. So honestly, I don't take offence to these sorts of things. I actually quite enjoy deprecatory humour. Hit me with another one. Just oh, you're a twat. So, steady on. You know. Not quite that much. You know. Yeah. So it takes hours to edit out all these things from the recorded videos. So I'm trying to find just something that's more AI based, that just kind of automates it a bit. But what you can use, because there's some software that basically kind of automatically adds like captions, subtitles to a video, and it can output them into like a particular format. But I noticed with that, it detects, because that's kind of AI based, and it detects the filler words, so, and then just doesn't include them in the captions. So if that knows, so that's something I just run at the command line, it just does it. So I could probably get that to then just sort of output the specific, sort of on the timeline, just the particular time frames where all of the filler words are, and then just get some like FFmpeg, I think would be the one, to just automatically cut those bits out, and that would save hours. So I'm going to do that. Be a little weekend project, I think. I say weekend project. I'll just get the AI to write it, and I'll be vibe coding that one. So yeah, no, it was actually very, very useful. Thank you. So should we finish? I think I'm done.
I think so. Yeah. I kind of have to go actually, but
yeah.
I was just going to say, do you use the Bitunix link in the description? And if your user ID is 363488187, do get in touch, because your account is over $1,000, so I can give you VIP7 for that. That applies to anybody else with that. I think 977165184. I think you've got 1,000 there as well. So I can give you extra VIP thing, which makes your fees almost nothing. So that's really cool. And
Yeah.
obviously, Quadzilla, do check that out as well at savewithcrypto.org/QZ. Links are all in the description. I've got to go actually, so
Yeah, for sure.
say goodbye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. See you later. Do remember to
Yeah.
like this, all that sort of thing. We'll see you at the same time tomorrow. All right, take care, everyone. Thanks.